Hi, welcome to the video 7 of our Adobe Premiere Pro. In this video, you are going to see the sequence settings. In simple words, sequence is nothing but the timeline that you are going to edit and export that video. I can say that this is one of the most misunderstood but important part of editing. When you create a new sequence, the settings determine your resolution, frame rate, and how your video is processed. The easiest way is just drag and drop the clips into the timeline. If in case you didn't know that, no problem, there is one more option is there. For this, first you need to select the timeline option. As you can see here, the blue color bar, that means it is highlighting here. If in case it is here, it is highlighting this panel. So make sure you highlight this timeline part. If in case you highlight this and go to sequence, see this sequence settings option is blurred, faded out, right? So click on the timeline. Now go to sequence, click on sequence settings. Here choose the preset. What I do is basically just drag and drop into the timeline so that the default frame rate and everything will be aligned properly, because I shoot in a single camera. If in case you record videos with the help of your DSLR or mobile phone or external drones and everything, you need to re-verify before hitting that record button on which frame rate you are recording. But flexibility is there to change the settings in post. So this is the sequence settings panel. First is editing mode. You can select whatever mode you recorded the video. Next is time base. It's simple as FPS, on which FPS you recorded the video, whether it is 23.976, 24, 25, 29, all frame rates are available here. Maximum 60 FPS is there, no 120 FPS option. Next is video frame size. This is a proper HD 1920 by 1080. If in case you want 4K timeline, you can make it as 3840 by 2160, and this is the ratio it shows, 16:9. If in case you want 2:1, make it as 1920. See, all these frame rates are available on the online. Remaining all options are default. If in case you want to change anything, I highly suggest you that check before once you change. 99.9% of the time these settings won't touched by myself. I just drag and drop the files into the timeline and everything is taken care by itself. But one more thing I want to mention here, the color management. I always choose this Rec 709 SDR. Sometimes if you record in Sony cameras, it may be HLG or different color formats. Here you need to change that. I'll talk more about it in coming videos. See, this is the output color space. But anyways, there is more time to talk about this. So this is how you can create a new sequence, or you can change the existing sequence to the desired of what you want. One more tip here is always make sure your sequence settings match your final export frame rate to avoid distortions or black bars in the video. It happened to me a lot of times during the initial stage where I'm learning the Premiere Pro. Even while exporting also, that VR option is by default enabled. I don't know why, but I need to turn it off manually when I'm exporting the video. I'll show you how to export a video in the next coming sessions. Now you know how to set up your sequences for smooth editing. And before we wrap up, if you want one-on-one mentorship and coaching on how to run a successful YouTube channel, including strategies I have personally used, fill out the Google form in the description box. I'd love to work with you and help you grow faster. Thank you so much for watching. See you again in the next video.